Buggy guys, before we start, I'm gonna do a quick breakfast request. A quick breakfast. I'm eating eating. Do you say drink soup or eat soup? I'm gonna finish my soup, my miso soup. As we like for breakfast, I got miso soup. I woke up really like groggy. This morning, so I was like, I'm too lazy to make breakfast. So I just make soup. I slurps the soup. Very nice. Yes. I like miso soup. I think soups are so good for breakfast. Especially like soup that has stuff in it. You know what I mean? Just got my oven. Excited for today though, because we're finally gonna be in the court and see what the hell is going on. Let the story unfold. No, you cannot go. Stay over here. I have the power pen, so you can't go anywhere. The hell too. I won't wait. Oh hell over here too. For you guys over here. Ako kayo. So it's a quick breakfast for one more time. Very quick. I'm trying to. Hello? You gave up, Pengcho? You're just gonna sit there? Okay, go Pengcho. Denied. Okay. I wish I can. Stop it! Stop it! You guys stop. Okay, you can stay there, Pengcho. Can stay there. Why is it so grainy? Okay. Okay, we can start. We can start now. Okay. There you go. Last time, you guys remember, that was a weird couple. But I have the feeling they're gonna be very important to our trial over here. Yes. Chamber. Well, I never expected this. Who would have thought we'll be back here again so soon? Well, fate. No, what is it? Fate. We're on the study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. I wonder how many courts they have. Because they always say, like, the Old Bailey is the most, the grand, the oldest. The great grim detective is on the... Yes. Well, I'm supposed to be a lawyer, but I don't know what a lawyer wears rather than being fancy in suits. So I just took a Shirley Holmes hat. Welcome. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much as court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. I mean, if you're like in trial for murder, then yeah. Herlock Vyolfers. That works. In which case, reading it as a research may seem a little crass. Oh, poor Susato. When you put it like that, you're quite right. Is this our boy? Good morning. Ah, there he is. Oh my god, your eyes is red! He hasn't slept? Or he's been red the entire time, I just realized that. Why? Mr. Natsume. Good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. I was right! It is bloodshot! The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Great Britain. In Britain, yeah. Looks the same to me. Well, I guess because in this room it's like more lit than everything, I can actually see his eyes much better. Because I've heard that expression. But I don't really want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, so but I was so worried I couldn't catch a... Aww. He couldn't catch a wink. Poor guy. And I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally? Well, maybe. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. Yeah, thank you. Oh. I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified, too trembled. Well, actually, you've been trembling, terrified or not. Oh well. Sorry. Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. Yeah. I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr... Oh my gosh. What is this title? Aren't you tired having to call me locum student Mr. Naroda Square? Locum student Square. LSM... Abbreviate it. Yes. I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Yeah, neither did I. Neither did I. You know why that might be, Mr. Sato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, I have no idea. So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence then, is it? Don't be mean to her! Don't be mean. Also, here you go. We'll see. Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Reaper and you are probably the police, isn't it? Lord Van Ziekkkzz! Yeah! We're gonna meet him again. I can't wait. I need more chalice broken. Is that right, Mr. Sato? I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Ziekkkzz is on the front page of everyone. Oh. I knew it! Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. What? Wait. So, not long after he was dubbed to be the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing? That means he doesn't like it. But he played like one. He literally played the part. He'll be like, oh, sacrificial lamb. Oh, look at me, chalice. Look at me, red wine. Look at me. My appearance. Oh, yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Literally brushed through my mind. I forgot. The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Ziekkkz's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. For some reason, I have a feeling Van Ziekkkzz is the prosecutor for this case because the fact Soseki is Japanese. I mean, from the first case, he doesn't seem to like Nipponese. trial of Magnus McGilded. What a harrowing experience that was. Very harrowing. Very harrowing. I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country. Why the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they're also speculating various answers. Mundane! Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us! I mean... me too. I mean, all court cases is not mundane if it's talking about murder. Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsube. But that is how the newspaper are describing it. Well, let's also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. I mean, it happened already in back at home in Japan. The very first case. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you! Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times, it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper. I'm not! Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers. Deathbringers? I mean, don't you want to be friends with Death Sensei? I'm afraid that's the only, that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck. Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive. Oh, how rude. I know, I feel... Well, look, at least we're not there in every murder case, like Phoenix did. We're just not there stumbling upon a murder case. Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. You may be a king or gremlin, but sooner or later, everyone must dance with the Reaper. Yeah. Everybody be dancing with Reaper. One day, one way or another. And we shall do today, in the court of law. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight for your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent welcome student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. You're not alone with here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we'll always be on your side. Oh, benevolent non-local assistant, Mr. Squires, okay. I mean, you're dead forever. I shall never forget this great kindness for so long. Mr. Natsume, counsel for defense. The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Okay. Morning, Graham. How you doing? Morning, Zilla. I'm great. I'm playing my game here. Just like some miso soup. Yeah. Alright then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go. Yes! Mr. Natsume. This is it. My second appearance in the British courtroom. My second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believe in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready to fight this. I'm ready for this fight, whatever. Same. I say, it's okay. Play a little cool room, okay? Ah, there she is! Did you see her? I see a distinguishable cheeks from the distance. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Oh. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution. Oh, yo, I can't. I'm not gonna try. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. Hey, he's doing the pose I did on last thumbnail. He did the pose and I If you guys saw yesterday gorilla thumbnail, he did the same thing. I forgot that like vampire capes has this long collar. Ah shit. God dang it. The knee ponies are truly fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponi's arrogance. Yeah, you just don't like us. You typical posh British. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is appropriate description. Susato-san. Majesty Bear. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Very true, and most fascinating. If dark, trial it was too. How do you read that? The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate violent end. See, he's just playing right into it. Why are you playing right into it? Or maybe he's just playing right into it now. He wasn't before, but now he's like, all right, I'll play as a Reaper. I'll become one. We can have wine on Goku. Well, we've been debating this since the last case, Zella. It was an interesting thing. I mean, last case, one of the jury brought a big like knife, and we were like quite confused. Throw some garlic at him. Sadly, I don't have the stinky garlic from Vampire Survivor. Can I even survive this vampire now? God dang it. I don't have anything. I don't have the Bible. I don't have the Christ. I don't have magic wand or anything. There he is, look! Oh! I see familiar faces. Oh! I can't wait to see the juries. This is gonna be fun. Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in the court as impartial members of the public? No, we're not! Hey, the banker! The banker! Have you stopped chewing your cane? You never know. You never know when you might be down on your luck. But I believe in fair play for everyone. Do you? Why are you? Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh my gosh. And the Hatter! Wait, a minute. Are you the same guy? I don't think so. I don't think this was Mr. First. ladies first. I don't think this is ladies first, but maybe what you call that? Related? Oh, not me. Well, you can see what's all you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Ah, there she is! There she is! All in her glory! Them cheeks! Them little maid... what do you call that? Maid band! I'm afraid to say it's quite possible that mustache foreigner did. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't do voices. Time for John hatred to increase. We'll see. So we have the who's the banker again of Fair Play. Fair Play's there. First ladies first looking guys there. I like seeing what do you call that? Familiar faces. Makes it like as if we're actually in the same area or place. Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Ah! Why is now a grandpa now? Oh no, I'm so weak to grandpa and grandmas. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I'm sorry. Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Ziekkkzz. Ziekkkzz. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with the rising power in the Far East. Yeah, we know that. You don't have to say it. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land. A certain Mr. Suseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was just doing nothing but walking down the street. What is the motive? A knife crime. I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are. Just look at the sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese. Where are ya? Fair? This is not fair. Fair play is not going to go fair, isn't he? Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3. What? Yo, what the hell is wrong with wine? It's okay, Zella. We kept a counter. He already broken 3 chalices. Pray, forgive the discourtesy of... I swear I'm gonna have this into a counter. of smashing my hallowed chalice here in the great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Oh, you go ahead. Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please. Oh, hello, Mr. Fish Chips Man. Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard. Oh, well. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? Oh, she has a cute hair. The victim is... Wait. Did she die yet? I mean, is she dead? Because it was just a stabby stab, right? It was not murder yet. Now we have potato wedges. We have this side potatoes and fish. Bread. Deep fried fish. She didn't die. Okay, good. The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive. That's cute. I beg your pardon, Inspector? Thought to be? Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, but she's been comatose ever since. Comatose?! Wait a minute! Comatose? Holy crap. What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose, I see. But her life is not in danger? Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Okay. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector. I swear to God, I swear, in the middle of this freaking case, if she's gonna die, I'm gonna be hingy. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at the street map. Ooh, finally. Mearshcombe Street, Briar Road, Calabash Road. Calabash. That's okay. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. True. So from what we remember, it was over here, and this is the apartment, the lodging that he stayed. So he might be walking from this way then? Calabash. I don't know, it just sounds nice. Calabash. It happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Calabash. I don't know. When you guys say accents and all, I wouldn't remember what I said. Calabash. Calabash. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Okay. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please. Case file. A file containing overview of the victim. She was found with a knife in her back and currently in hospital, yet to regain consciousness. What of the weapon that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the... It's a pocket knife? Big! How big? Actually, that big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the streets now. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stop the poor woman. Even described looking Soseki-san, I suppose. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. A large but commonplace holding knife. It was found lodged in the victim's back. Now then, what do we do? What do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possession, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim? Why is this judge very competent? Man. Jury's not, though. The judge is a good middle ground. Because I feel in the other Phoenix Strikings, the judge is always like laughing Bobo, but like, oh really? I don't know that. Wow. Oh. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Don't mind that, by the way. I don't know what's going on. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshop, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. Well, he's been scared. You guys are being mean to him. It's called anxiety. Must be the beard effect. I mean, the old judge has beard. The guy's a nice beard too. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim. If theft and grievance had been ruled out as motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in total unjustified and heavy-handed way. Objection. Why would you do that? No. Hello. I'm gonna updated it. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna also get Nyo out. Nyo! Nyo! Okay, go up. Come on. I know I'm at it. Can I get some more water? I'm back. I'm back. Alright, okay. Okay. Pray, forgive the discourtesy. You don't even mean your apologies. Your apologies are hollow, Mr. Ziekkkzz. Should turn out. Okay, I'm here. I'm flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. But your words have soured the hallowed bouquet. Bouquet? For it is you. I can't. I feel. Do I? Nah, it's okay. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the
Constabulary. Constabulary.
Did you just say, is that p?
Constabulary.
Constapu? But you put it as B?
Constabulary.
Okay. Constabulary. Alright? Okay. That's I heard it as P and not B. Constabulary. No, it's constabulary. Fucking hell. Okay, let's go. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Oh my god. Yes, sir. English is weird. English is weird. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there's no one else but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor, those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him. Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. It's pretty not so bloody, isn't it? That man got potato wedges. Yeah, he got potato. Is it okay to bring food in court? Man, this court must be lax. Last case, a knife, a wine, potatoes. Man. Oh yes, I can clearly see the books to which you're referring. Oh, these are the books. Okay. Inspector Hungry. maybe eat before you do the job. Don't eat on the job. I will take the photographic print as evidence. Please, Inspector. Alright. You Nipponese are a spineless breed. Too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well, forgive me, Lord Van Ziekkkzz, but the defendant is not denying everything as you put it. What are you doing, Mr. Sato? Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened. As I was walking along the accursed pavement, I could make out a sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. We call him Mr. Naruhodo-san. I forgot. No matter what. Sorry, man. As fast as my legs could carry me back to my accursed lodgings. A green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. Oh my! Should I give him Mickey Mouse voice? Just cause it's easier for me to remember what it sounds like. A photographic print of full color. What will the word come up knickknacks? What? Will be something. The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of the terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you want it? Okay. I actually wanted to do his as Mickey Mouse, but then like this is so scary. I don't think I can give him a Mickey Mouse voice. There was nobody else there in the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. Well, you know what it means, Mr. Van Ziekkkzz. It's gonna be another third person. Ugh. It seems the cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, Consul. Proceed, please. Yes, my lord. No Mickey Mouse throwing wines? Okay. Okay. There's just too many characters. I can't remember what sort of voices if I try. That's why I've been just reading them as is. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident has occurred. That's west side. A light fog, you say? Well, light up for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther though. That's light, is it? Around these parts, yeah. Not something I would expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course. Wow. I fear that London is famous for its fog, but in my country, people usually imagine that it gives the city a rather beautiful appearance. How quaint. Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate. I see. At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm. Indeed, the other day I was... I take it back, sometimes the judge was a little bit bubble. Adorable though. I like all the judges. The judges are cute. I think for all Phoenix Wright games, my favorites are always the judges. Indeed, the other day I was nearly trampled by horses when I could see the carriage they were pulling. Susato San and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen. However, on the day of that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused. Judge almost is dead. He's alive at least. Wait, when did it happen? The other day. Okay, I was like... What the fuck? Sorry. I was clicking to the other side and it went... My intro seat. Gomen, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I'm back here. I was just saying... Sorry, I was just saying that I thought it was like yesterday that he got trampled and then the next day he went to the court. I was like, holy crap, this judge fucking strong. He's a beefy boy. A tank. Okay. Visibility was reasonably good, but the accused was no one else but there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, I learned my learned friend because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us. Oh my god. Mouthful. Ah, yes. Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he? Double Coca-Cola flush. I thought you. I rage quit as I learned that the judge got trampled by a horse. I quit! Judge abuse! Judge abuse! Horse carriage abuse! I quit! I quit the game. It offends me greatly. That's right, one of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard. That is correct, ma'am. Then we must hear this testimony. The prosecution will of course call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute! At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the winter, it could have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. Hello, late! I'm Vyolfers. Welcome. Good morning. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights. Oh my god. The prosecution believed there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime. Quite. Here in London, the very first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witness statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. It seems the counsel for defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently is collapsed in the first month. Yes. Why am I rereading that again? From behind, you say? That's right, as you can see from this print. Let me see. Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition, comatose, no less. I'm afraid so, my lord. Yes, she's been treated. She's being treated at Bart's. I was hopeful that she would come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be. How? Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own accounts of events. Luck is on your client's side, it seems. What if it's the... On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid. Ugh. Okay. Mr. Natsume's belongings. I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the scene of the crime. Should we check a look? Yes, there's 3 books on the floor. That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. What? They were damaged? But those are old books! The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife. Ugh. She's clever, isn't she? What do you mean? He made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hand full with his books. He managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there. Yeah, I mean, he's a scary prosecutor. You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust his knife into the woman's back? That must be what happened, my lord, yes. But why leave evidence, though? Like, if you want to stab, why do you have to leave all the books that could lead to you? Unless you're not really smart in the head. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. You're doing the Pixar face in the thumbnail. Hey, also the hat is cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like the hat. It makes me look the part. It fits my costume too. My outfit. Why do I say costume? I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention. Scholarly. The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the books in question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. So where's the bookshop? Ah! Scholarly. It's so hard. The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused's lodging is this place here. Bye-bye. So, over here. Ah! A little place on the corner of Briar Road and Michium Street. And it happens the accused is currently living in a lodging on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he was taken home. Something like this. Why not the other way around? Why not go here and go straight there? Well, I mean, I kind of understand, because sometimes I do one there, sometimes I'll go here. Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop. I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made being... Can I see? Oh, over there, your books. I remember now, it's your books. It's not Boboin books, it's your books. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Would you kind of add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Or maybe... Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes. It could be very important clue. Wait, should it be a location? Wait a minute. Nah, okay, I didn't really tell the location, so... the name. Okay, he was on the way home from Bourbon Books. It wasn't! It wasn't! I know! I seen it. If you could just stop you there, Mr. Gregson. What is it, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day on the incident and details the purchase of free second-hand books. And you found that in the accused room, did you? Yes, but the point it was not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume. Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at the second-hand bookshop the other day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bubba Books. What? Inspector, do you know of these other bookshops? Yes, sir. Your books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bubba Book. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it. But in fact that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it. Yes, for what difference it makes wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Your books, my books, everyone's books, but not the Bourbon books. Not Bourbon books. I disagree. I mean, after all, have the street map here might be a help. Yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. Where is Bourbon? I mean, where's your books? If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon books, then yeah, he would almost certainly have passed where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually another bookshop, your books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true? My. It rather depends on where his other bookshop is, but I do declare it might be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer? Sorry, what you said? Absolutely, it could. It absolutely could be right. Blah 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 blah. Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment? Well, obviously we'll look into that. It turns out that Your Books Calabash is from Calabash. Calabash. Just out here in the next corner, Mirshom Street. Okay. Local map. Okay. And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh. You look so disappointed in me! My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown. The way he regales us with such witticism. To your future career in the circus. You put that glass down now, or I put it down for you. You shall take down! Oh, I didn't think we needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. But why not the other way? Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend. Wherever the man purchases musty soul, it makes no difference in the final analysis. I don't like you. You date. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. As I expected, you can't fool me. Now you can, so. Oh. And I don't suggest you try. What did I say, huh? I ended up with this now. I beg your pardon. I'm terribly sorry, but I wouldn't. Would you mind repeating that? The janitor is gonna have another field day, isn't he? I feel bad for him. Mr. Naruto, we mustn't give up. Well, what do you mean? If the prosecution assertion is correct, the members of jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. She's absolutely right. must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. It claims Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on the way home from your books, but... I don't know, man! Can it be anything else? Yabe. Should we leave it? But the thing is... I don't know. Because remembering what Natsume said, he did see the green-coated lady. And he was trying to pass it. But she ended up wet. Like so. Someone, olive greens, gnarly pavement. It's unknown. Is this really tough, Tuffy? Why is it so clean? Oh, okay. I'm at a loss. I'm lost right now. Should we just try to erase an objection? I don't have any basis for. On the receipt of one of the books was a picture. What is it? This one? The picture of Monsieur Lecoq. I have no idea. A meal of the Gabriel Canterbury earnings. Maybe it's like. To be honest, I'm lost. I mean, you just came. We just came here. I mean, I would, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you're lost. I'm using my brain. I'm trying to use my brain. mean, that's true. I'll try. That's what I thought. But... But the thing is, later he's gonna ask me to freaking put out a freaking evidence that I wouldn't know what to say. The assertion they made by vote is completely flawed. Oh, explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean from this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings. Yeah, I mean, he could have gone that way. Mr. could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, it isn't the only conceivable route to take between two places. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked. Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point that out. But the road is commonly referred to as the long way around. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take longer route home? Uh-oh. The accused took the obvious route back to his lodging and the obvious perpetrator of this harm. But... Ah, yes, I've got it. Obviously, he was as the man himself. I'm fucking bobo. I already informed the court the accused response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right, as I said, the bloke seemed pretty spent his time wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he'd take home. I don't believe this! Thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any of this court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Oh, pray, were you insightful, George? But even if that's the case, the defense still... everybody's angry. There he is! I agree with Lord Ziekkkzz wholeheartedly and in every way. What? Are we going to do the thing again? Very well, in that case I hereby call upon the jury to present your findings to the court. Good day. Oh my gosh. Did we lose the case? Is this the time? Well, you can, try to do the whole, what'd you call that? Jury. No, not yet. This is over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. Yeah. I have to tip the balance of those skills another way. I have to turn this around somehow. Those eyes, those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again this trial? Rights of defense written in an antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but in the defense prerogative to carry out a summations examination if it so chooses. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the member of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Foreman? Is that fair play? Is that a different person? It looks goddamn similar. Or maybe the head juror is called foreman. Maybe. I'm all too familiar with that Nippon ni. Ah, that is true. It is fair play. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendants to be guilty. The jurors' contentions. For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted himself, didn't he? If he said the woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim? The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from bookshops, not in winter. But the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? Oh, dreadful. I don't really care. Can we just wrap this up now? I got work to do. More books, yes. Nice shop, right? Bomb books? No, wait a minute. Okay. The only minor exception, the reason for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant had then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample ground to convict this man already. Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible! Ah! Isn't that harder? There's no time for grumbling! Belief! Cannot believe! Exactly, you have no choice. But forge forward! Have to keep the scar. Yep. The defense rebuttal. Oh, you can press them. Okay. I'm gonna press everything. Excuse me, but aren't you? Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago. Yes, I had the feeling I knew your face on the other, or the side of it anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. It was all going swimmingly until you started fussicking around, and Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry. Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and the young hatter pegged as criminals. Oh well, you know. Water under the bridge. Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop. And if I could turn back to the clock, I can turn back the clock. But anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who's isn't. Ah, thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history. Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now. I don't know, I hope Mr. First doesn't become Mr. Second or something. Bad. Bad. The defendant spent his time aimlessly wandering on day. It takes doesn't matter. That is true. Cause I mean he's a really what you call that ingy person. He's like, oh, cursed pavement, cursed lodgings. And yeah, if I would be him, I would just walk aimlessly and forgot where I am or something. I see a certain cat that wants to come in. Let me let him in. Patito. Patito. Oh, well. Salutation right in the beat. Like, that's not good. Hey, Cooper. I hope I haven't missed too much of them investigating. How are you currently? I'm doing good. We're doing trials. We're done with investigating. The last Ace Attorney, we finished up the investigation, so we do the whole thing now. The trial. You're right. At the time of the incident, the defendant admits to have seen someone wearing the green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, if that someone wearing green was the victim, and clearly that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit. But let us not forget, madame, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman. Why, of course he does. If he had been stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward. Honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes. But if that's lie as you're suggesting, do not think he could have concocted something more credible? I really couldn't say. After all, you're foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds? I could tell you what's going on through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it. I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. Yeah. No one else could have possibly could have done it. The accused must have been the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple. Oh my, you're too kind, my lord. Oh, that's good for her. Let's try the others. Well, you can't deny that there's other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yeah, like you drew on the map, you mean? Was it Calabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Oh yeah, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you would want to get home as quickly as possible. Oh yes, why is this all true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is what he went along the road. I have given a lot of thought, you know. I didn't make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason he might have gone the Calabash Road way, it would be different. I'll be happy to consider my position in that case. Honestly, I would. The reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home. Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion with that one. Is it my turn to be pressed? Yeah, I'm gonna press your cheeks. Whatever is the matter, young man? What? How does... Or the wife wife of Mr. Garb, aren't you? The landlord who runs Mr. Natsume's room. Oh, I'm not your wife? Oh, where did you get your idea, sir? I'm just the maid. The maid, you understand? She's keeping up the charade. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you had been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean. Well, I was told not to mention to anyone until the day of the trial, you see? I'm tired having to... It wasn't a clear letter I received. Your secretary was very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. Okay. I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant takes a lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Wake up! Oh, yeah. I can't do Goofy as good as, you know, Pro ZD. I can't, you know, I can't. Maybe you Mickey Mouse Goofy. Although it's just really overweight, no? Oh, yeah. Does Mr. Natsume? He does. I mean, she said it. Oh my goodness, yes! Oh my goodness, yes, sorry. What? Spending all his time in the dark thingy room. Really, that's unscrupulous, man. And unscrupulous. Man, why is that a mouthful?
Unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous. Yeah, okay. The man never speaks. And don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All those neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be brooding a bomb in there somewhere. Oh dear, for Mr. Natsume. How could people say such thing about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more. Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I'll be very careful. Yeah. I don't care. Can we just wrap it up? Come on, talk to me. The man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too. And so is my family's. The likes of you won't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat. And neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must have been very hard. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug and fix it. Dug up to fix it. It's hard slog from dawn till dusk it is. So we're out digging the roads on the other day, on the day of the incident. Well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just round the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence? That's right, Meerschaum Street it was. Meerschaum Street. On the map, Mr. Now, oh, yo! Juror number 5. Make sure to add that information to your follow-up statement, please. What's the point in that? Can we just get the business over with? Please, sir, it's important. Fine, I'll do it. Do it. Where? Tell me where! If I understand correctly, you're a day of labor and you were doing road maintenance that day. That's right, like I said. You get a lot from bursting gas and water pipe. It's the only time of year fellows like me can actually make a few bob. And I'm missing out today. Yeah, true. The only logical jury in case 3 was the major. The other ones just kind of went nuts. Fucking hell. Well, work has to be completed within the day, see? No coaches or pedestrian can pass while that's happening. I wonder if I could trouble you, sir. To mark on this, on an exact location of work, yeah. Give it here, then. Let me have a look. Let's try, let's see then. Oh! Here we are, Masham Street. Yes, it was just here. It was tedious, like, I can tell you. We had to get through all the drifts of snow. And at what sort of time did you finish the work? Well, we started in the morning and we can't have it finished before going Ziekkkzz, so. The snow had stopped coming down, but it was long past dark for sure. That means the work has been, well, was still going on when Miss Green was attacked on top. Roadworks on Meerscombe Street, huh? I caught a potato behind my chair. What are you doing? You know, you're digging your goddamn fingies to my chair. You know how sad it looks now? Stop it. Get some help. Your books, yes, I shop. Bobom books. No, I bobom books. Why? I'm sorry. Fold it. You say it. Fold what? No. What I said is hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often? I like the old books that I have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine. You see, same thing every day, including the day you were talking about. And what time did you visit your books on daily question? Oh, I was checking out old books. Wow, I can't get... How? I can do granny, but I can't do Mr. Grandpa's. I was making up books in there all afternoon and it was just there 5 that I left. My daily routine, you see? Same thing every day. Guys? Look at him! Look at him again! And now remember back. Remember back on what he said. Manatsume said. He saw someone, although maybe a woman or not, with the green trench coat. The green person is him! The one he saw! Maybe! This could turn things around! Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time? Yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget the day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had. What do you mean? Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on... I can't fucking believe it. I can't! It's him! It's always worse after the snow stopped falling, and that's when it's most slippery. I knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road. That's where I live in Cornpipe. find out so funny, but it is. You live in corn pot. Okay. That's adorable. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books. You're number 6. I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may be variable in— Yes! Oh, sorry? Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now. Significant. It sends shivers down my spine to hear the members of the jury so convinced. Well, I will be fine. Alright, enjoy your dinner, Alex. So good. We'll have that under the bag. Alright, let's do a little savey save. Alright, so we're pitting. Alright, so first I think we're gonna pit this guy with him. Those two states are clear at odds with another. At odds, Counsel? Explain yourself. Please don't point! It wasn't me, I swear! At what? I just want to get this done and custard. Dusted? No! Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir? What do you mean? Juror number 5's word. Juror number 5's word just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implication of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of second-hand books. On the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on marital Street, making it impassable, which means that the defendant route home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road. Oh yes, of course! What do you think, sir? Well, yeah, you can't argue with that, really, can you? We might have a good 2 yards or more in pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So the only conclusion to this, the defendant must have taken the longer route. Back to the West Lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have. I suppose I must be right. Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, but we see now that he have no choice. Yes! My lord, Mr. Judge, sorry, mommy. Yes. I don't think he'll got good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. I changed my mind. Yes, I like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. I swear later he's gonna change his mind and be like, wait a minute, I changed my mind. What about you, sir? Eh, who, me? Well, alright then. If there's no hole in the prosecution argument, it should be filled, so I'll see. Man, I like the sass of the 5th juror. He's just a man of, you know, he's just a hardworking man. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo-kun or son. That's wonderful. Well, we've managed to change a couple of mindsets at least. It's strengthened our position somewhat. Yes, it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their sentence as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue. That's okay, we know. We definitely know. But Zeke is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means we have at our disposal. Thank you, Counsel. On the summonation, please. Alright. Let's go, let's go! Alright, we're gonna go with you. A little old man right here. These two statements are flawed. Oh, juror number 2, and juror number 6. Whatever do you wish. I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot. But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Yes, we're all aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously. Can really be sure of that, ma'am? Oh my, whatever do you mean? I'm sure you heard juror number 6 account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, you mean... That's right, I'm referring to of course. To the heart of hearing juror number 6. Are you suggesting that the person in green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench? Yes? It's entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that! Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! Sorry, you need a pee? Nice. And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene of Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. Goodbye. Goodbye. You idiot older man, you had so be daft as to be roaming about there with boxes. And really, what are you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat? What do you say to me? Is it crime early to walk the street these days? Is it crime to keep up with the latest style and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it? Although I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but you'd like to change your leaning, I presume? I do declare that I should like to call it for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you. And I would do. What? Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well, he's so angry. The overcoat do be stylish though, right? Well, that summonation examination has concluded with a large shift in opinion. The eyes 2, the nose 2, 4. So the nose have it. They're not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue. Oh. I've been quiet here. If when you have the floor, now let me back up. Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hollow childish moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Ziekkkzz? It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited the juror with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Eh? Whatever do you mean? I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I said is the truth. Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as his claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir. That's right, it took me the whole day. Tuppence. Now my learning Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well... 2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no. And why did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your work? I wouldn't dream of it! What a waste of time! No coaches would have had hope passing anyways. And we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have but a doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2 yard He's sad! He's small! Is that true, is it? And the incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt on his way back to his lodging, Miss Natsumi walked down Briar Road. Crush in a single sentence. And old man, you said that around 5 o'clock on the day in question you slipped and fell down Calabash Road. Pray, was there any suspicious looking Nipponese behind you at the time? Oh, I can't say I remember. You don't remember? How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw? But I would say 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. How annoying! Order! No Van Ziekkkzz! Spread yourself, my lord. You had such trenchant argument up your sleeve. Why in the world did you not proffer it during the examination? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. Ugh. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. So my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What are you talking about? My lord! The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand! Finally! Mr. Naru, do you not remember? We have been told several occasions that there were eyes to witness. Yes! I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution next witness. Alright, no matter who Van Ziekkkzz brings to the stand as witness, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Eh? Okay. Witnesses, please state your names and occupation for the court. He's so battered! Is he okay? Is this his wife? Oh, they are. Okay. They have the same... Constable Rolly Beat? Sa? a minute. Yeah, here it is. Reporting officer Rolly Beat. There you go. Nothing to report on the street, sir. Is he okay? Patricia! Aww! I'm proud to say I'm this young woman's hero's wife. Oh no! What's the story here? I can't speak cute sounds, but she's so cute! But in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary on only the other day. Oh god, oh no. I don't know, it was your husband I was talking about. He seems tired. Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the bee in the most demanding work in the world. I can't. What do you mean? I mean, like, you know, cow, moy king kind of thing. I can't speak it. I can't speak of stuff like that. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. I'm sure I've heard that one before. Indeed, apart from the rare days, our gallant officer trudged some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the street, check the... Holy shit! That's a lot! And they're responsible for keeping the street clean and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights. There are numbers of items on that list that doesn't sound much like policing duties at all. Now, I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I would collapse long ago. But it goes without saying that policeman's primary duty is apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London, Bobby is a man of honor. Okay, Rolly Beat. And a man of slumber. On day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat? That's right, sir, isn't it, Rolly? Constable Rolly's nothing to report on the street stuff. I guess we're just gonna be getting testimony from his wife. Very good. I'd like to hear from formal testimony now, please, if you'll tell the court. Yes, tell me. Tell me. Yes, sir. Oh gosh. Poor man. Oh, that hat is so beaten up. It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out on the fog pavement in front of us. All of the sudden, one of them just collapsed to the floor. Then the other scattered something before it ran off. We went straight over, of course, but then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day. Do you? It was foggy! It was foggy! Mom. Oh dear, this policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the examination will be squashed. Death kill, in fact. No, kill? No? Never know those kind of words. No. No? No?
Now.
No. I don't think I like Patricia. Because of that alternative was never viable in the first place. No. What an unfortunate becoming? Wait, I can't keep stopping and searching words. And on your wedding anniversary too. Oh, I know. But I'm still managed to go out for every evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of London Bobby sounds very hard indeed. Patricia exudes yandere energy. Oh gosh. Is she? I wonder? I mean, she's not like Dahlia. This cross-examination will be over in 10 minutes. You may well have time for the rest of this afternoon. What do you mean by that? My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mrs. Soseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less, and so I appreciate you the gravity of the situation, I'm sure. Except that the man is so tired, his wife has to do all the talking. Alright, let's do it! No time to change after work, you say? You're also a member of the police, Mrs. B? Oh no, certainly no. It's job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply. Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do your job, can't you? I think Rolly looks ever so handsome. Ever so handsome. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling? Oh my god. I'm so scared of her! I'm glad. I just finished my beat. Well, we're heading back to stage. I was actually planning to get him back now. Why is he talking in his sleep? It's creepy! Oh no, Raleigh. Rolly? Raleigh? I prefer you in uniforms. Wow, okay. Okay. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy. Exactly! There's no healthy marriage in this game. Kindly adhere to the point. You're going for a meal after you've had finished your beat for the day, correct? That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending all day on my feet. But policing is my wife, so as long as proud of her deserves are messy and queen to get. What's that now? My one cause of one couple. A noble found principle first was managed to all of us policemen to sworn duty to patrol the streets of London town and uphold the pleas of couple men. Sir, and it's for such double cause I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without the grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to wear to hear to feel safe and secure. So fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then. But sir, just on that particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beats put it on my foot. Who's up with love being married to a bobby like me? I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. Oh, what a charming couple. You just said it was unhealthy. Susato, what the hell? And then kindly describe what happened next. Oh my God, these two are cute. Two silhouettes. That's right, they were coming towards us, walking up the Briar Road the opposite direction. Oh my, this looks like a... Oh no! What you call that? Like a gangster. Like a mugster, like a mafia man. Like this hat, and you just don't know it has a pipe and a goddamn burly mustache. You don't know, you wouldn't know. That does sound exactly as the victim was pictured, yeah. Yes, unfortunately it does. Are you certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby? Yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are straight lines on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around, is that right, my darling? What? Ah yes, that's right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. The Briar Road is dead straight, so you can see fairly long way down the pavement. And then there is the street light thing as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians. Before sleep takes a firm hold, answer your answer please, Mr. B. Are you quite sure of what you just said? Yes, as a couple who spend all day, every day keeping watch on stress, and it's Rolly's such mood. As I'm sure my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. Oh my god. There's some maintaining there was no one else. Okay. It's starting to seem like there must be how it really happened. It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run. Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly. Okay. What happened at the crucial moments that followed? No. Scattered something? What do you mean by that? Oh well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at that time, but then when we got closer I realized what it was. Very darling. Oh, yes, that's right. It was some old books. I see, old books. Yes, sir, the couple had dropped a number of them. All around where the victim lay on the pavement. Why? India has cleared the picture in photographic print. The rotten Japanese. The rotten Japanese did that. No! How dare you! Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker. What we saw it was the man in the dock without question, sir. The mustache, the hunchback, the kenlock eye, the tartamar, the snub nose. Everything. Any more insult you want to... That's right, he looked down at the poor defenseless woman with those terrifying intense eyes. Then suddenly threw books in the pavement and ran away. Oh, I see. This is tough. They seem to have... Though they're telling the truth here. Well, we don't have anyone that has cat-like eyes, except this guy is very, And this guy has mustache, too. This guy, too. Little pout. Oh my god, they're so young. A young couple. That's what I meant. Rolly's just a moob, but Soseki is big moob. I like Soseki. May I remind the court that this ambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Oh, please continue. Okay. We ran straight over the course and then went for help at the nearby police box. Okay. Was it your husband who went to fetch help? No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I'm a proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling? Argument by authority is a weak argument, Banzi. Oh, wow. Yeah. I was off duty by that point, but Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obligated to stay on guard to the scene. Very laudable, Mr. B. Preserving the scene of crime is task of considerable importance. That's why I said Patricia, you see. I was told her where to find the right police box. Forgive my ignorance. What do you mean exactly by the right police box? Depends on crime locations, you see. There's as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia on the way to the police box for the beat. The incident fell under so she could go and report it. I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple okay. Okay. And thanks for your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The action of two model citizens. Oh please, you're making us blush, isn't he, darling? Darling! Isn't he just swell? Patricia with those sparkling starry eyes just vibing and waiting to pull. Yeah, it's so scary. Well, when she pulls it, she just smiled. She just smiled like, isn't it right, darling? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yeah, something. That's what I feel about her. It's kind of scary, very scary. Let's move on, shall we? It was definitely yum 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 yum. But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of gas street lamps, would you? We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, have you know? Right. The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he? Yeah, and what of the fog? We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course. Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can even see the hand at the end of your... yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about? Whoa, they get Londoners quite right in this game. Alright. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was a Japanese man. You're quite right, darling. You're right. Tell me that I'm right. Yes, it was the accused and no mistake. The mustache! Oh gosh, yes. So that's it then. The entire testimony? Remember, so you are sure to call guilty. A contradiction. You could identify some other part of their testimony which appear contradicting the fact. Okay. Alright. Put it simply, we must focus on finding the discrepancy in the statement somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an... Yeah, okay. Alright. Time to say... Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I tell you something? Oh yes, of course, what is it? Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything, we've told you so. It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Yeah, why? Yeah, why are you doing it? Oh no, not really, not at all. I've been surprised ever, and I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything like. I know. What about the books on the man's drop? I could tell you the names of every single one. I could, every single. Ah, fine. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is? I feel like giving her a gremlin. Even if I decide to forgive for insulting us, to sit for a minute, don't worry when. I don't really mean to cause offense. Please put your husband face down. Put it down. I have to turn the ooh into the maximum. Okay. Oh, thank you, my lord. Yeah, would shut talking nicely. When you die. Oh, she's not yanking it. She's not yanking it, nor am I. Oh yeah, tell us. Tell us. Yes, we know that there are books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say. It was purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop the other day in question. After I'd been to the police box for help, I, decided to have a good look over it. And you did roly. Oh, he was laying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know? Ever so hard. Thank you, my darling. Interesting way. Well, Mrs. B, seeing as you regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind to recount the titles of books you've observed at the scene, please? I'll be happy to. Now we all listen. I to it. There was the picture of Monsieur Somebody your other, and was it yearnings? And there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely Tinky Gumpy something. Huh? There's 4? There's 4? Is it hers? Yes, I see there's are 1 or 2 holes in your mirror. I don't think... Is it? Oh well, they're along those lines. I'm quite sure. Quite sure. Or indeed, books and scene of crime with titles along those lines reported. What did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you should say, "Why but take the books?" Just do a quick darling. Hey, no pull guns! I don't think it's safe to have a gun on him. What if he accidentally fired up? Terrifying. Yes, she really is. So that's it. Okay. The neck crack is either painful or well, yeah. So you're saying that there were 4 books? That's right, I remember all of them. The picture of Munjiro somebody, what's it yearning, so the meal of someone, and the thingy got me something. Thingy got me something. Sorry, Mrs. B. But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours. Oh no! What was the flaw? What happened? What? Simply that the scene of the crime, there is only 3 books not far! This is the receipt from the bookshop. Or the defendant bought books. Your books? Yes, the details Mr. Natsume purchased that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed. Only 3? Wait, no, that can't be. I remember seeing them. There were 4 books, I tell you, 4 dirty-old books. Really have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can see, you can clearly see from this evidence as well, there are only 3 books. But I just don't believe it. I saw them there, I swear I saw them. No, madame, I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon. So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! Wow. It's plainly evident that it's your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend. What? What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving. So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair? He's right for me. Your power of observation cannot be relied upon equals you're blind. Is the most complicated sentence in the It's what do you call that? Is that legal talk? Professional talk? Formal speech? It's quite simple. Let me explain with the toast. The policeman, wife, and her entirely accurate testimony in every aspect. You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene of the railroad, a total of 4 books were most definitely found. But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books. Quite right, only 3 can be seen in that print. In that print? You mean to say? Allow me to present another. One that should. Why now? Why now? Why don't you just give me? Oh my god! Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Why no? I can't. Oh my god. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The Lion's Pride. Oh. It's the 4th book, as you will observe. Wait a minute. Your Honor, I have an updated out-of-scene photograph. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, isn't it? That's exactly it, isn't it? Fucking. I'm sorry, I hate you so much. Why you do this to me? So, wait! That photograph... It's clearly from... how you call it? The thing. Which, it has burnt marks, which is probably what happened, right? Cause gyre beds have so many lion stuff. The first time my friend and me play this game, this part, I was like, "Is this the updated upto?" Yeah. I think this is it. I think this is it. The fourth book was hidden from view in the original Bgm story. So, oh no, no. Wait, that scarf. That's a long ass. Did you see that? That was a long ass scarf. He got those two share a big long scarf. Order. There, you see. Look at that. Look. Yes. Just like I said, isn't that my darling? Every time when that happens, I just wanted to say that. Just like what? Yes, sir. Patricia is always right, sir. Let us study the receipt from the books purchased by the accused the day in question. Mrs. Beat the tassels once again, if you please. Oh yes, of course. The pictures of Monsieur somebody or other. The picture of Monsieur Liquor. What's it, yearnings? Canterbury yearnings. A meal of someone. A meal of Boreal, in fact. Choto! Shit, what is... No! Ah! Wait, that's not the fourth book. The fourth book, it's what's it? The gummy... Wait, is it gummy? No? Is it the same? I don't know. My brain. Is it the same title? Ah! Wait. Okay. Honestly, it seems like something that shouldn't happen when taking a crime scene photo. You would want to have everything in view. Yeah, it's true. As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book title flawlessly, save the minor details. It certainly is. If everything is in real life, they would want everything in frame with multiple angles of the scene too. Yeah, fucking, he doesn't even give the photo as evidence. If he did, it would be so much easier. But that's the Phoenix Wright game way. Fucking hell. Mr. Beat's power of recollection can only be described as exceptional. Did you hear that, Rolly? The judge will pay me a compliment. It's flawless, but Patricia's flawless. But there are only 3 books on the receipt. And Mr. Beat mentioned 4. There's nothing surprising about that. The 4th book is that which the picture shown in this photographic print. I'm sorry, Counsel. That doesn't seem that odd. Nor should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt. It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photographic clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim. The victim was holding her own book? I wonder what became of the 4th book. Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence. You will submit that aforementioned photographic print. Yes! Give it to me! Come on! The second crime scene photograph has been entered into the yes. The fourth book has been entered. Yes. The prosecution rests. Have nothing further to add. Oh. What? You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. Ahoy! House goes to trial. Ahoy! Trials goes okay. The spurious longer route to accuse the lodgings that tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness powers of recollection in your cross-examination. Futile. I walked right into the syntax. You see everything we just said? Isn't that right, my darling? Yes, marry me, pet! Marry me again, pet! I know we're married, but marry me again. So perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider the position. Should the court waste any more time in this Nispongese travesty? Or is it a decision we have to make all too apparent already? As in any AA trials, it is aspiring from being an adventure to them being an yeah, it's always like that. Oh wow, it's going well. Ooh, plot twist. Nope. And then like, oh, look what I found. Ooh, never mind. Ooh, papu. It goes like up and down. With all the redunculousness. This trial has run its course. Mr. Nanahoda-san, I'm afraid we're in a terrible, precarious position. I know, but if I fight back the wrong way now, it could very well make matters worse. Thank you, Inosuke. Think! What do you do now? Good question. What is should we just will we wait? Will we just wait? Will we good to wait? I mean, I don't. The thing is, sometimes it's best to wait and see, but sometimes like I don't know if it's best to wait and see too. It can be a hard. You know, I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't have anything. Maybe? I don't know. I might be. I might be wrong though. Wait. I am so uncertain. I'm going back. I'm so uncertain. I'm uncertain with that. I don't like that. Difficult, yeah. Because it was happened before, but we have a basis to go with. I'm thinking. There are a lot of sus stuff, especially with the book. Because the book is burned. So, I wonder. like... I wonder why. Should we just keep going? The only sus thing is the fourth book, Lion's Pride. I'm gonna look at it. Let me see. It's a book entitled The Lion's Pride. I'm afraid I don't know any English literature at all, so it would have been wouldn't be something I've read. Wait a minute. The Lion's Pride? That's strange. I think I have heard of the book by that name before, and very recently too. It's a title I recognize too, Mr. Notoboru. Yep, it's from the Garbage House. Look at this, the book has been badly burnt. You're right. You've never been able to read at this state, especially not from the latter page. What a terrible waste! Judging from the scorched edges on the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently. The book recently damaged by fire. What does that seem to raise a red flag with me? Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? You know what? Maybe... Garbage? Wait, did it get thrown out? I might. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm gonna try. If I have, okay, sussy feeling book, very sussy feeling book. Yeah, getting thrown would only, yeah. No, my learned friend, it's over. Last cross-examination was your final chance to establish credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There's no more room for debate. Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think on what to say. If I may, Lord Von Ziekkkzz, it seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point. Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this. Oh. I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant advice essential and her opinions invaluable. One of this land's great guiding principle is tolerance, so the court will hear... Oh, judge! Very well, pray. What insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue? Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last court examination finished. I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you? Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this... Yeah, I did! I just did the did! And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what crucial piece of evidence is as why. I did! I already did too far, too ahead. I did it ahead of time. Let's do this. Let's do it! This one. The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the scene of the crime. The fourth book found in the victim's hand. We have already discussed that fourth book at length. Other than it being victim's grasp of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Wait, my feet is getting cold. I need little blankie. Wait a minute. Give me a bit. My feet is so cold. I took blankie. I took a small blankie because my feet is cold. Well, my legs actually. Okay. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time. Welcome back, thank you. Yes, I'm pregnant. The council. I must concur with the situation, and I offer you this opportunity. You led the court to believe that evidence in question contained here the clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear? Yes, my lord, it's Yes! Blankies are so comfy, they are! Sometimes my legs get cold easily. I don't know, my extremities, like my palms and such. What happened? My palms and such can get really cold. Especially my feetsies too. But yeah. So I have to like warm myself up. Precisely where the vital clue is. Okay. Right over there. I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question. The back? What do you... Good gracious! It has been burnt to a crisp! So we have to ask ourselves why the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book. It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing. Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nippon niece friend? Oh. Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue to ask what happened that day? Pray do enlighten us all. What truth does this chart book hide? Chart book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory. Don't keep us waiting any longer then, counsel. Explain this theory of yours. Or are you suggesting that you can't ascertain from the fire damage to the stories its content, its owner? Yeah, I think I know who this would be. My lord, the burn on the back of the books reveals a startling truth. It's about the book's owner. I beg your pardon? But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand and she fell down on the floor. Obviously it's hers. question now is how this book came to be in the victim's hand and has yet to be answered. However, as to the question of the book really belongs to where it originated, the defense has a very credible answer. Good gracious! How can you possibly? Very well, I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry. Right? How do you? Yeah, whatever. Counsel, the defense response here is likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book? Well, it's no other than Mr. Jones. The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who owns the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garideb. The landlords? And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but... Of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garideb herself. Oh my goodness! Okay, you think you may be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garideb's wife, I'm his maid. Things would be so much easier if he would just drop the pretense. And inevitable. Inevitable. Okay. Right then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garideb's house? I would never presume to know all the books he keeps. This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hardworking member of the public. You besmirch her without the shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable. This is not a mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day of question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garideb's house. Good lord, what sort of incident is that? I'm sure it's a fire, my lord. Try to say it was happened to blink an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke, couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture just started going up as well. First of all, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride. By Jove! The very same title that's the subject of this debate. What did it be? This is risible. Oh my god! Ow!
Risible.
All you've told the court is that the book by the same name was involved in fire, in which case it would be reasonable to assume that it was burned to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garideb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garideb even amidst the flames. Oh, how awful! I can't imagine being so horrid to the one you love, can't you, Rolly? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir. How am I my favorite novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of him, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Then wife started hurling things at me. There I was, back against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to dozen. The man had his back up against the window and he had burning books thrown at him? Goodness gracious, are you suggesting that the book was thrown through the window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime? No, a thorough investigation at the surrounding area was conducted very well the very evening of the incident. There is no report of Garibal's window pane being broken. That's quite true. We also have no sign of broken glass when we visited the Gardev's household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and not even remotely? Let us forget the season. It was chilling weather and accompanies it. Yeah, but it's fire! It's smoky inside! At least this game doesn't have the audacity to use supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I could still never say that. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't think I can say it the first time you guys give it to me. Long way back. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter. Does the defense postulate the scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Don't you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was flaming projectile thrown by the... Yeah. No! Cookie! Hinyo! Yeah, Garvin open it. Probably open it with... yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to let the fire out? I mean... You will, would you? Oh, no, don't... So angry! Who are you? Is it Mickey Mouse? It is. Well, I hope that everyone see you. You are, you little foreigner trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, mean coward. I do become goofy, then I never mind that. Well, at least it doesn't say that someone has... Oh no! Come on, no! You give no! You don't! Microscopic silicone... wait. Is that one word? It is! Oh my gosh, wait. I need to like widen this a little bit. Ultra microscopic silicone volcanoes coniosis. Oh, fiak. Fiak. That's right. That or the book is heavy enough that the throw was 4 foot enough that will go through glass. I don't think it works that way though. It's not a game. It's not a game bug. I mean that our little stiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly. Find that I'm merely posing as a man for appearance sake. How could you? Doink. Doink, tell me, doink. It's nothing to do with all this bristly case. Nothing. All you've done is tell your own family's name. No, I'm sure it was never my intention. Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I should box your ear, and that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable. Too right. Yeah, here we go. How long have we sat here now listening to this Nippon niece spouting out of his... you British niece! You British posh. People never understand what we Nippon niece go through. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache. I do declare you're right. It's true. Guess what did I tell ya? Makes no sense to me. Huh? Charlie? What's that? Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Ziekkkzz? Oh. In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. Ew. But then one must always exercise patience in order to savor its best vintage. Fuck off. Fuck off. No, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been... Hey! Take your foot off! Take it out! If books are your predilection? My learned friend, study them on your own time. What? No, forgive the discourtesy this time. In that case, little jury, will you now state your individual?
Yuzai!
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 Yeah. That's twice now. It's over. Mr. Naro, don't give up. Mr. Seto-chan. Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over. You're not suggesting. Of course, the defense has the right to another summonation. Another one. Another one. The defense has to exercise its right for examination. You believe you still have tricks up your sleeves? My throat. I don't think I don't. Yeah, I can't. I don't think. I need to rest. And I don't think I can. I don't think. I'm okay. Something just got stuck on my throat when I was screaming. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. There's no time to be downcast. As long as there's chance, I have to stay strong and determined. That's a good timing. Yeah, but shut up, alarm. It's good for today. Alright. My goodness. We're done! Wait! We're done for now! No! The timing where my throat got jabbed and everything is good enough. Let's go back to title. I did save already, so I don't have to. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, that's getting interesting. But honestly, I'm still not too sure what's going on. I still don't know the whole why there's a knife lodged in there. It's not like who? It's not like Joan be throwing knives at him too, right? That'll be a little bit too crazy. So I'm not quite sure. But both of them are definitely very sussy, so we will see in the next. And the knife is broken too. Is it? Yeah. So we'll see, probably. And the next stream of the Great Ace Authority. Thank you guys for coming. To this stream, we'll slowly uncover the truth, one by one. Yeah, it's been shipped. It's interesting. Oh. Now I shall rest my... Ashira has this tendency to be kind of spin around, so yeah, you'll understand in time. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nothing really new in the AA series, but yeah. Probably more roundabout this time, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, alright. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you next time. Achikoko guys. Tada. Bye bye. Mata ne.